Hello, Lick of the Day Roundup. Let me think, it's Lick of the Day 12 through 26. So I just wanted to sort of give some pointers about this. First of all, it's important that these licks get played a lot. You want them to become as effortless as possible, and when it gets to that point, they'll come out naturally without having to, try too hard. So, I mean, if you don't like them, choose the ones that you like and then just practice them a lot. Repeat them over and over again. Different keys, different rhythms, different tempos, and that's how you get them into your playing. And next, the important thing to remember is that most of these licks are over like one chord vamps. And there's not that much music that is one chord vamps. So most songs have changes, right? So now most of these licks are not like just pentatonic scale licks. So they're not going to work over, like if we, like for today's example, we're playing over a blues in G, but these licks are really designed for one chord at a time. They're not like a pentatonic scale thing where you can just play it over the entire, progression. So you have to be very careful about, how you're gonna mix these licks up. So for example, these are the chord changes to Blue Monk, which is like the simplest of all blues changes. It's got a quick change, but the 5 chord lasts for 2 bars. It doesn't go down to the 4 chord, and there's no like turnaround. So it's really a simple kind of blues, which I think is a good way to try to get these licks into your playing. But anyways, so if you're gonna play a lick and that 4 chord is gonna pop up, you gotta figure out how to make that lick land on some of the notes, in that 4 chord. In this case, we're in G, so in that C7 chord, right? So that's why when I play this, I did sort of like a play-by-play at the bottom of the video, and that way you can see how I took each of these licks and resolved them to the next chord. So look out for that. And generally, I might play the lick, and then when that 4 chord pops up, I just play like a chord tone or a couple chord tones of that C chord, and then I jump back into another lick, right? Or the continuation of the previous lick. So that's an important trick that you have to sort of learn, is how to connect licks to the chords that they're leading up to, right? So, and this is a blues. Now, I would not play these licks if I was playing like on a standard blues gig, because people will think you're weird. I might do like a little bit of it if I took like a couple shots of whiskey or something, but generally this is not the way I would play a traditional type of blues. But there's a line that you can cross when you start to get into jazz, right? So this is Blue Monk, which is a jazz tune, so you have a little bit of leeway where you can have fun and do things that aren't really traditional sounding. As a matter of fact, you should really, in a way, sort of push that line a little bit, but it's a matter of taste. So you sort of have to read between the lines of who you're playing with and where you're playing and the style that you're playing. And I think some of these licks lend themselves well to the blues, and some of them don't really. But, you use them in other situations, So, anyways, check out the play-by-play and, do your best to, try to get these licks into, real music, because we learn music through mechanics, being like technique or whatever it might be, but also through, a repertoire of music. It's important to do it that way. So, good luck. Let me know how it goes. And remember that I'm going to transcribe some of these on the Patreon site. So.